Now, number 4 is jobs. For people to know that where the jobs come from. That one is another problem. Then you have ministers, you have what? Big people, these people, these mind people. What are they doing? You work hard. Museveni believe that they should die. Do what now? Why don't you tell us where jobs come from, so that we know that jobs. So I have shown you on the video that jobs come from wealth. If you don't have wealth, there will be no jobs, except a few jobs of the government, which are not enough. There's one government chief, unless you kill him, there will be no other job. So the total government jobs are 480,000. Population 50 million is going to be 100 million in the next 30 years. How will they? Where will the jobs come from? Jobs in the modern society come from commercial agriculture, from manufacturing industry, from services, and from ICT. So that also should be in our manifesto. It is very clear. All this is really in a way to orientate Africans, starting with the ones of Uganda, about the future. Now, point number 5 is service delivery. What services are crucial? There's education, there's health, there's security is also a service. Governance is a service. Entertainment. That is all service delivery. And you should be aware of that, so that you see how to, because for instance, if you go for elite education, like the one we used to have, where you have a few people going to the school system, where you will have education for some. But we, the NRM, have been saying, no, we need education for all. When I introduced UP, a girl from one of the schools came and gave a point and said that the debate was whether to have all education for some or some education for all. But that was the debate. You give all education for some, or you give some education for all. I'm still studying. So that's service in Dubai. Now the sixth point in the manifesto is market. Already where we are now, everything we are producing is in surplus. The entire market is not enough. for sugar, for cement, for milk, for what. So what do? We need a regional market. But in the political class, you don't hear anybody talking about the market. No. Power, 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 power. To be elected to do what? Why don't you stay in your house and do nothing? Instead of, because when you are elected and you don't know what to do, you put yourself in danger. It's safer if you stay in your house. So, you don't hear anybody talk about the market. All these, the intellectual class, the journalists, fourth estate. What are you talking about? You don't talk about market. What are you really talking about? Because the moment people settle down and start creating wealth, the internal market is not enough. So why don't you talk about market? You really can't explain. Even professors, they do career research paper. What are you researching? You don't talk about the market. China is a place of 1.4 billion people. So they've got that huge internal market. But they're looking for markets here. So how can Africa is in danger? These leaders who are blind, and the journalists who are blind, the journalists are the same as the leaders. They are blind, just talk about small things, accident. The vehicle has collided with another one. That's big news. The real Africa is in danger. In 1968, when I led a student delegation to Mozambique, to the liberated area of Mozambique, on our own, just this on our own, and we went in the holidays to the liberated area of Mozambique. When we came back, Madam Yellow called us. And gave us tea. And he said, now, I can now sleep. Because now I have got young people who, meaning that even if you are not there, there are people who can, yeah. That's what Madam said. But when I look at the journalists, of Chogo and the one who talking about accidents, football, which club in Europe Africa is in trouble. Because you don't seem to know your destiny, what affects you. You're concerned with everything else except your destiny. How can that be safe? Said about the whole coming down. Just there, journalists, professors, diplomats. You're not talking about money. Who will buy this product? So that's point number 6 in our manifesto. Now number 7 is about the political federation of East Africa. And we are saying, we have been saying, Marino, others, Tomboya, some of the committed people in Kenya, John Rundi, Blessing Yerahia. We're going to say that economic integration will solve the issue of the market, of economy. The economy will grow. But how about strategic security? How can we be safe from any threat in the world? No. People are not interested. You don't hear anybody talking about it. Americans have gone to the moon. The Chinese have joined them there. The Russians are there. The Indians have now gone. We are here in Mumbai. Our British friends, they're also here. They're also here. The British, the Germans. So the Americans are there looking at us like ants. You're looking at the ants, they don't know that you're looking at them. So here they're very serious. So that's why, but can Uganda, because the Americans talk of 4-dimensional superiority, to be superior on land, be superior at sea, the Navy, be superior Air Force, be superior in space, in the satellite. So Africa is a total absent. They don't even have police for land. That's why you can hear terrorists can kill people. You heard what Trump was saying about Nigeria. Terrorists have been killing people in Nigeria. So, if you want to discuss, but how can we have even a navy? We are cut off from the sea because of the Russian colonial border. Uganda is landlocked. Who landlocked you? Bismarck is the one who landlocked you. Why should we accept Bismarck that he comes and says this one are landlocked? And why would my brother keep quiet to hear that I'm landlocked? My brother from Kenya. Why does he accept that my brother is landlocked? I hear that Sere is locked in the room. Sere is in the room locked. And then you continue with the ordinary business. I should find out what's happening to Sere. He's my brother, he shouldn't be landlocked there. Should he be free? No. It's really, really serious. I really watch Africans and I say, but the ones who are unfortunate are the ones who try to interfere with us, and we have to deal with them here. But the overall situation needs you young people to wake up. So when they hear these young children, they are writing about what? I don't know. What are they writing about? royalty about. You don't hear them talking about any of the crucial points. I don't know what they talk about. Sometimes corruption, sometimes like the ones in Kenya or the ones in Tanzania. What were they rioting about? Because the crucial thing they don't talk about. So, our proposal for the East African Federation is that if there was a federation in East Africa, to create a center of gravity for the black race, we will have a center of gravity. There are small countries in Europe. So there are small countries, Denmark, Belgium, Luxembourg, New Zealand, the one they call what? Monaco, something like that. Small, they are there. But they have a head prefect, United States. When they're in trouble, the United States come to rescue them against Hitler. But here, all African countries are democratically weak. Very risky. Me, I see big danger there. So I'm glad we have put it in the manifesto that East Africa should form a political federation. And be the center of gravity of the African race. And then we can go to the moon and say, America, what are you going to do? So that whatever else everybody else is doing, we also do for our own, not to let other people, but to cater for our security. Who is catering for our security on the moon, in space? No, not there. Look there, we're here. Just. So, these are the 7 points. I'm glad they're in the manifesto. Because I don't want to go to the heaven. When I go to heaven, and God said, why didn't you care about my African people? I said, Almighty, I tried. And the evidence is here. I have the evidence. I'm sure you will give me some few marks. And I will be with Ibrahim somewhere. So I'm now in the hands of the what? What are you?
The moderator.
I'm in the hands of the moderator.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency, for those great points in your vision. We appreciate so much. Your Excellency, you are among the 8 candidates who are competing with you. And I wanted you to tell us, why do you think the people of Sabey should entrust you to be their best candidate, Mr. Museveni?
Well, I've already told you. Because we have a clear diagnosis of the problem of Uganda, of Africa, and we have got a prescription. And we have already implemented parts of both, and we are saying that please support us so that we do more, the whole package. So our manifesto is very clear. No comparison with what I see my other wonderful people saying.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Excellency, I would ask one more last question so that I will be able to give my colleagues also to ask some questions tonight. Your Excellency, Sabey has experienced mudslides. What plan do you have for those people in that area of Sabey sub-region?
These landslides, I don't know whether they were there in the past. But if I go by the rain zone, which is even a bigger mountain than this one, in the past, I never used to hear, except earthquakes. There will be earthquakes. But landslides, maybe I never heard of them. So these landslides, one can see that they are from trying to do something that is for the lowlands in these high gradient areas. Where there is gravity is always pulling us down. So if you are on these steep hills and you want to do agriculture there, because the main problem is agriculture. It is because our people always think about the wealth of agriculture. But yet, in the past, the forest was being used economically, but in other ways, not agriculture, not digging there. They would, in the forest, they would go and cut some timber. They would go and hunt wild animals. They would go and honey, get honey. These people, this is Bagisua, would go and get something called Malewa, some bamboo, which they liked so much. So the forest was being used for medicine, for some equipment. Now, I think the big problem is trying to cultivate there. So when you try to cultivate there, beyond a certain point, you can cultivate in the foothills. You interfere with because in some of these places the terrain is fragile. Like the other day when I was, even where we were today in Quen, you can see that the soil is thin. Near the road I was seeing the rock. The rock is not far from that road there, below where we had the valley. You could see the soil was on top of the rock. And the underground water was coming from up and remaining on the road. So in that sort of fragile terrain, you come carelessly and you start cultivating, cutting trees. Trees are the ones holding the soil with their roots. It's very dangerous. But we are going to, I have proposed that we should really have a conference after the elections. And really we talk about, we can even hear from the elders in the past how were things being done. And these landslides, they used to be there. Me, I never used to hear about them. In the Renzo, I never heard of them. So what has happened now? But my suspicion is this one, of trying to do what is for the lowlands or for the foothills, trying to do it on the roof. That's my suspicion. So in the short run, that's why we are saying resettlement. To resettle these people, we have the money, we have bought some land, we're going to buy more land, so that they get out of the danger areas. And then we discuss, this is a gold mine. These mountains are a gold mine, if they are properly used. Because now like Chief Tegay now, he used his Ndorobo. He used, what was the Ndorobo do? They gather honey or what?
Yeah.
They don't cultivate. Do they cultivate in the forest?
No.
They collect.
They collect honey.
Honey.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. But now, he's now added a hotel. So, because we are talking about Koreanit, wealth.
Yes, Makarionit.
Huh?
Makarionit.
Koreanit.
Yes.
Now, the problem is that people think agriculture is the only Koreanit. Yes, but I can be, tourism is in Koreanit. And apiary, honey. Even if we didn't cultivate there, but collected honey, put beehives there, can we not get a lot of money from?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah. What is the best way to use this water tower? Because remember the mountain is also a water tower. It's there to trap rain for us. I think you have forgotten your nature study. Where we used to study about the convection of rain which comes because of the evaporation and condensation, and then the relief rain. When the air comes and hits that high mountain, and the mountain forces to go up and it rains. So this mountain is a rain maker. Because it blocks air, forces it up, it becomes cool, then it rains. So in the short run, we are resettling them, but in the long run, we need to discuss. We don't have to quarrel, push, what, no. What is the best way forward? We are all here. We can talk, we can discuss. We don't have to push government, what, no. It's not government, it's not, it is common sense, what we do.
It's the dialogue.
And we shall find out how the landscape started and why. Were they there in the past? I never heard of them myself. And from that side there, the Renzo, I never heard that the mountain had fallen and killed people. I never heard.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, allow me now welcome Mr. Olsimba to give my colleagues the opportunity to ask some questions. Sir, you are welcome.
Thank you, Your Excellency. We only have 4 questions, and I'll start with Silas. Silas, please come to this microphone. restrict yourself to one question, please. Thank you.
Your Excellency, I am Silas Chemos. I work for Radio 9 FM in Buko. And Your Excellency, there has been rampant cases of corruption in Buko, and this cuts across the Sabei sub-region. And like you heard in the rally in Buko, road fund has been mismanaged. There are some people who mismanage or a base of funds meant for roads, and also sale of government jobs. There are incidences where applicants pay even up to 50 million to get a job, and this affects service delivery in the region. And I would ask, what plans do you have or specific strategies do you have so that we combat this issue of corruption? And by the way, there are also allegations of some government institutions meant to fight corruption, being when they come to the district to do fact checking, they are
they collude.
Yeah, yes, with the district, some district leaders and technicians. Thank you.
Well, we worked out the anti-corruption plan long ago. The anti-corruption plan, I worked out. I'm the one who worked it out. But as I told you, what you call history, I call current affairs. I've been around for a long time. I was here when the British were here, and I watched what was happening. The chiefs were very corrupt under the British. The chiefs, the Gombala chiefs, the vets, the policemen, the teachers in schools, impregnating girls and all of that, school girls. So, and then after independence I was watching. That's how I became popular in that area there by opposing these local chiefs and their corruption. So when we were in the bush, I was the one who said, you people, corruption, corruption, which I saw. Under the British, under independence, I saw it. I think the only way to fight it is to empower the people, to elect a parallel channel of monitors. So there is the DC, because the structure at that time was DC, District Commission. There was the chief, there was Gombala chief, there was Mulka chief. So my proposal was, let those stay, but let the people elect their own person to watch these people. This is the whole thing about the LOC. It's not for the LOC5 to be an administrator, to be a bureaucrat, no. To watch on our behalf. Watch the cow. The cow is the DC. The old DC will not call him cow. So watch him for us. We elect you. The LOC3, watch the Gombala chief. What he's doing. Watch the vets. So you already have a guy, because you are now saying the anti-corruption groups, when they come here, they are compromised. Yes, those can be compromised, but you, the owner of the area, why should anybody compromise you and you agree? So that's why you, the electorate, you must elect leaders who are really on your side, so that We shall continue, of course, using the central government, intelligence, what. But I think the reliable ally is the beneficiary of the services they are, the owner of what they are stealing. What are they stealing? PDM money, road fund money. Whose money is it? It is your money. So, the owner of the money, you are the most angry, in my opinion. And when I heard the chairman speaking in the book, and there was another one who was speaking somewhere else, I can see that you are beginning to wake up. That's it. Yes, the other side, we shall continue changing these people and corruption, getting new people, sacking them. But the most reliable force is you, electing people, because it is in your interest. You are the victim of that corruption. So you are the most reliable ally. 3 questions so that I don't sleep.
Zipporah.
Thank you. Your Excellency, in Sebei sub-region, the Sit hydropower point currently produces 5 megawatts of power, though its original capacity is 6.5 watts. Currently, we still suffer our power blackouts. One, because the power because of the power that is transported straight from Buko, from our region to Mbale before it bounces back to Sebei sub-region. We have graduates from the industrial hub and other producers from within Sebei region. We have been preaching the gospel of wealth creation through value addition and other things and productivity. What can the government do so that we directly benefit from the hydropower from SIT, given the fact that the Kapchora municipality already offered land for a substation? Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much. I will take it up. I was not aware. Because you are saying that the power is brought from CP to by the
That's where they pick the power from. It's called city, not city.
City.
Yes.
So you want it to be to serve Kapchora. That's very good. 2 questions.
Roger.
Excellency, I'm called Shak Roger. I work for Radio. In regards to restocking, it has been long overdue for Sebei. It's our leadership the problem that we were initially left out.
Which one is that?
That is the restocking for Sebei sub-region. Cattle restocking for Sebei sub-region. And on the same note, Your Excellency, you talked of considering Sebei sub-region in the compensation program, but the Sabinis are still afraid that you may give us the cows and they are stolen because we still have insecurity in Sebei sub-region. There are people who are stealing cows. I can quote a very serious scenario in Soy, where some called capsules was killed by Karimajong warriors, compensated with 30 cows, and within 30 days, the same cows were again stolen by the same people compensated. So insecurity is still a big problem. So as you look into restocking Sebei sub-region, we still have insecurity. Thank you.
That is security. Is because you have not told me. Now that you have told me, it will stop, because it is easier to stop it. I think some of those commanders, where is that, where the stealing, where did it happen?
Soy County.
Soy County.
Soy County, the lower belt. That is
Some village.
no, it is a county. So it's a county. That is the lower belt of Queen.
I know. But which particular village? Which particular village?
The village is called Jeboro village.
I wish somebody could write something and give it to Barbara Marundi Syria. Take it up so that we check. You know these commanders, they, in the Bantu dialects they call it Okunyata. Okunyata is to eat food without sauce. What do you call it in Sabine? Elowi? The Elowi? The troublemakers. When I went to buy the Lango there and I had a meeting, you could see just Elowi. Because they just use one method of what they call fatanyai, using soldiers to, as if they are villagers. And yet they have got so many things they have which they don't use. Like the dogs, using the dogs to sniff and follow. The UAVs, an efficient system of alerting. This is why I have introduced sub-county police. I want each police to be each sub-county to be a police area. So that if something happens, your cows are stolen, you ring your local police, you don't ring other people. Immediately. Then they react. They will stop to the end. So I'm glad you have told me I'm going to follow it up.
The last question is Eunice.
Your Excellency, my name is Eunice Chekwemoy. I work for Captura Trinity Radio. And my question is in regards to unemployment. Now there is the new fund for graduates as a startup fund for university graduates who remain unemployed. How much money will be put in the fund, and will every graduate have equal access to the fund? And what happens if someone borrows but their business fails? What happens if someone borrows but their business fails?
Business fails. Now, first of all, the amount is not a problem we can see, because it will be mainly per zone. Like Sebe will have one fund. I think per district there will be too many, but per zone is not too much. So we shall see how much money is put there. Me, I don't have what about money. Money is there. Now regarding if the money the business fails, that's that's why the managers of the fund should also work with you to assess the business beforehand, so that you tell them that I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do that. Because there's no land title, they're not saying that if the business fails, they will take your land title. There's no collateral. It is really peer pressure. You don't want to let down your colleagues, because it is a big shame on you. And if you can show that, for instance, it was a work of nature which caused the project to collapse, nobody can force you, shall regard it as a bad. But if it is proof that you are dishonest, you sold the cows, you sold the property, then we send you to jail. But if it is a genuine problem, like a fire or something, they will not. We can go in the details, but logically, I don't see why they should hold you liable unless you are the one who sabotaged. Okay, thank you so much. My people, I'm down who call them from Kapchora. You have to take them back.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
My group. 2 years. 2 years. I'm the one who forced these people from Kapchora. I'm the one who brought these people. You have to send them back.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much, Your
Did they
Excellency.
come with a vehicle or what?
It's Honorable Todwong who provided vans from the Secretariat, who provided transport.
Provided a vehicle,
Yes.
a bus or what?
Like, a bus.
Your Excellency, they will go back tomorrow. It's late.
They can simply have accommodated them.
Yes. They will sleep there. Your Excellency, I want to thank you so much for this evening, for telling the whole country about the manifesto that NRM has for this country, looking at where we are coming from as Uganda, as the people of Uganda, where we are now and where we want to go. We, as Ugandans, believe that our future is bright with the NRM in power and with the President Museveni in power. We want to request the people out there, people of Sebei, people of Uganda, that we have the best candidate with the best manifesto. We request the people out there to support and vote for the NRM and vote for President Museveni for the good of this country. For the good of this country. And once more, we'll continue praying for you because you have a heart for this country. You have the heart for the people of Uganda. And may the good Lord bless you as you move on to protect the games and serve the Ugandans.
Kaita Bon. Good night.
Thank you. You can have the group photo, Your Excellency.
No problem, you can see.
Thank you. So the team from Sebei and also other journalists also working with us join after the Sebei team.
Bana mwe bale kwagala President Museveni tubagala nnyo naffe bwe tutyo.
Hello. I'm sorry.
Bench fine.
You are so close.
For a moment. Bam, bam.
But you people yeah. It's only one picture. This one.
Guys, can we go, please? Let's clear. Let's clear, guys. Sorry? But we are done with see how you make the rest of
Speaker tuonende ekifaananyi kyaffe. Speaker tuonende ekifaananyi kyaffe. Agenzeyo mu mboozi. There's another meeting coming. So guys, mwebale kubeerako. Eno estate road y'Embale gye tubaddemu. So the speaker
Omusajja Kyagulanyi akaluba ng'akaluba yamwepimamu
senga twatereka bu screenshot obwo
sokolinde nteese amma pointi yange eri nti Kyagulanyi akaluba oba oyagala okulaba mbu akaluba ngeza omweyimbemu primary school ya Mbatazanet mweyimbamu ng'ekubye n'amasaati campaign eby'akalulu bigambe ennyoko naye tetwamanya bagenda okulaba ng'omukulu w'ekika naye awanise akkiriza n'agamba nzikiriza tugenze mu kalulu naye ng'ali takkiriza yagenda okulaba tugenda mumegga tumubulizeeyo wansi n'agamba maintaininga nti ennamba zino kanneefuula abalimu tayimu eneetuuka nja kuzannya omuzannyo gwange ndowooza katolaba tugenda mu protest vote gye yali akuba abulayo omwezi gumu etuuke atandise kuba protest vote ng'agiteekamu ebyekisiro alina strategy zize luli yatugamba mbu agenda kukunga abantu be n'abafamire baleke kgenda mu kalulu ati right now atugamba agenda mu kalulu mbu ate alina strategy ze twambale ebisaati ajja tegeera mu Kyagulanyi akaluba ate naye akimanyi takyalina impact gy'akola kubanga akimanyi takyalina impact gy'akola naye Museveni yali mu amplifying ebyakutta abantu b'e Kenya baneeno baactivists b'e Kenya n'oyo ayagala mutwalira awo bagende tuke mu kalulu twokyo babookya abantu ne kino kiviireyo awo bagambe ne kino kyali kya NUP nga kyekyogerera NUP nga yatandika dde ozimba ekintu kye ng'akizimbira eri kuba Kenya be yakwata n'alaga international community mbu nno bano be batabangula ebirembe ne kino kijjiraawo nga yakyamplifyinga dda Museveni tali mu nsobi okukwata Bannakenya alina kyaluka alina kyaluka naye gwe kisajja gwe twesonyiwa ensi yaffe tujagala obaga obwavu bwakuyinza n'osalawo olye ku myaka gyo nga tolaba
Onani yamuleese
wala kuyanjikiriza mwisabizi
oya mumyutinge labona abadde atugamba muli ku mulamwa ki wano bwewe bwogambye talina tumanyi balaba alinayo kapositi aka
musule bulungi bannange musule
bulungi baba
ani yaleese sumi wano musule bulungi mwebale nnyo ekya tugenda beerako tujja kusonda akasente olunaku lw'enkya bannayo
abalokole bagamba Mukisa David nzija kumulaba wamwa sokolinde mukatono onalwawo okundaba ono mbeera mu struggle zange
n'abantu bakimanyi kati sipanki olina luyimba kyolupya
nina oluyimba lwe bayita abantu kubuulire badde saagala lukubuulira baluyita mpolampola
nange nkuyamba buyambi abantu bakolera challenge ba
muganda wange abantu nze nakugamba mero omuntu ayagala okunkolera challenge akole atayagala abireke ekyo nakyogera ndi wano sijisiina muwagizi nagwe neeguya omuntu ayagala industry ya Uganda ajja kujja akola challenge za Spangi atayagala bireke
gwe lose party tuteweeguya balonzi teyeeguya balonzi.
Uliriza omuntu ayagala industry ya Uganda ajja kujja akole kati kankuulira omuntu amanyi industry ya Uganda nga weetambula n'abayimbi ngeri gy'alina okuyimbamu naki muyimbi yaani biki ebyo aba ategedde omuntu ani gw'alina supportinga kintu kye bayita art kinene nnyo. That's why buli muyimbi wano alina abawagizi be oli n'akufiirako.
Ngenda okulaba King Saha akwogerako ssebo nga ali mu liasos ngenda omulaba akwogerako sipanki waliwo.
Kati kambeko kyegamba kino omuntu atali muyimbi nga tamanyi nga talina oversight in talents tasobola kumanya how Spank is talented, but you man I'm